I've
Sorry.
never been called that
Scary.
before.
A slight headache.
Delicious. Oh my god, never make me say that again.
I'm clipping my wings, guys. This thing is over. I think I'm cooked.
No, it's cool. Everything's great. We had a great session. Nothing went wrong. We're in a good, safe place now with no one in any danger.
So, Raijin's sanity has never been more fucked than it is right now.
Yeah.
We just took a short rest, but we might need to take another one just because Lynn is fucking dead. And Raijin, last session, Raijin, we went downstairs investigating like the traps and stuff, and you said, okay, and you detected like two like more like numerically more dangerous items to the left, but there is still a dangerous item to the right. One dangerous item to the right. What direction would you go? You guys chose to go to the right and found the Necronomicon. In order to avoid one Minty Yukime from getting absolutely fucking murdered by eldritch horse shit, the creature known as Aeon, aka Raijin, thought that it would be a good idea to get in between her and the book. Problem, that would put them closer to the book. And now, Aeon failed a sanity... succeeded on a wisdom save, but failed a sanity check and decided that the best course of action would be to destroy it with their unholy, divine, biblically accurate angel abilities. After that, she nearly killed Lynn. Lynn lost 10 sanity as a result of this profound betrayal.
10?
And Aeon is
almost
now
as much sanity as I lose dealing with VTubers.
And now Lynn is comfortably
Val was doing
in the
fine.
negative. And I believe that you would be like fucking scarred by radiant energy.
Yeah, I can explain a bit of that, but
Yes.
so as Val was absorbing radiant energy and Raijin was choking her out, the moment she was thrown through a wall, you can see that Val's jewelry has melted into her own skin and risen up to the sky because of the radiant energy. And her tattoos have adapted this energy into her own skin, meanwhile breaking parts of her actual skin apart and healing it at the same time because of the radiant energy. So half her body is completely fucked.
And not in the fun way.
And then Snow comes in and says, you're finally interesting.
If
I mean, yeah,
if you would
basically.
direct your eye to our DMs in chat, there you go.
I mean, yeah, that is basically the conversation that was had last time.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
we're
when
just get-
Garir has clothes melted into her skin, it's creepy, but when Val does it...
No, it's still creepy. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. It's still pretty creepy.
I don't know. Would. Just saying.
Yeah, if you look at the paint portrait,
okay, but
is what
hear me out.
Like now.
Hear me out. The difference between Greer and Val is that Greer is a fucking child.
I'm not
That's
talking...
true.
Huh?
When horrific things happen to children, it's a lot more horrific.
True.
That's true.
But also
Anyways,
kinda
this is a
funnier.
new art.
Very pretty.
Very
Yes,
cool.
yes.
Poor Val.
Oh no! It's a Brit person going out in the sun for 5 minutes.
All right. The map is active, and you guys are free to explore at your leisure.
Well, instantly, Karea's gonna be like, Val, what happened? Oh, wait, what was happening again? I forgot. I could swear I was doing something.
Yeah, it was like right after all that happened, so we were like rushing over to make sure everyone was like alive.
So we don't know if Raijin is still going sicko mode, actually.
I think
Oh,
she
that's
had
what I was
just
doing.
stopped going sicko mode. But
Yeah, I
only
tried
just.
using Protect Good and Evil on her.
Raijin just
Right.
stopped
But
being
yeah,
sicko mode, and Val is on the ground, just out.
I refused your protection from good and evil and said, I got this.
Raijin, I do not know what on earth has gotten into you. But we do not do that to our friends. Now, I'm going to ask this very, very carefully. Do not move. She's like holding on to her 2 little daggers. Ella, get Val out of here.
Yeah, I will. And I'm gonna scoop her up.
Raijin, I do not dare ask what happened to you. But you have some explaining to do.
What are you talking about? Why is everything so loud?
Do you not remember what you just did? Were you not privy to your own mind?
What?
She's gonna like very daintily approach Raijin with an arm outstretched. Do you not know what was the last thing you remember?
And like, Ryzen's going to attempt to like stand to her feet, and as she does, it's like a doe trying to get up for the first time. She can barely support her own weight. I don't know. I just got this like a overwhelming dread that Ella was gonna do something fucking stupid.
Hmm.
And I feel like I just got knocked on my ass by an anvil. Fuck.
It is just gonna kind of go quiet and stand between Raijin and the door. Well, you stay here for a moment. We will have to deal with you later. In a bit. How is she? She like calls over her shoulder.
Can I make a quick medicine check?
Yes, you may. If you would
Cool.
kindly. I will also roll for
Can
one.
I aid for that? So
Yeah, you can give advantage. I'll
yeah,
roll.
yeah,
Oh, cool.
I'll help
Dr.
out
Man
with
will
the
also
treatment check.
roll in medicine.
I'll just roll again for that.
Yeah,
Woohoo.
apparently Dr. Man is pretty good at medicine. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's-
you couldn't
that's-
happen when you're a plague doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will look at you, and Ella, he'll immediately start like doing some basic first aid here, treating the wounds, cooling your body off, and like letting you like vent out all of that excess energy as much as possible. Treating any scars or burns on your body. And Ella, you will see this. You were a city guards woman at one point, and looking at all this, you've probably seen some horrific things in the past, but this is probably the first like truly horrid instance of like gore you've seen in a while.
Right.
I mean, you've seen like wounds that are treatable and healed up without any major issue. You've seen like magical effects be thrown at you, but this is like lasting. This is physically changed that her appearance, even after healing, even after treatment. And well, it reminds you of old stories of brutal killers of the past, and it's not a pleasant
Yeah.
sight.
I just kind of look back at Greer, and there's like a bit of a pained look in my face as I'm like, it's not great.
She will live. We will make sure of that. As like Bruler is saying that, Lynn, you can feel free to like click the short rest button and roll your hit dice. But do keep in mind that you can only do this at a maximum of 10 times because of the healing kit that he has. So this is using his like healing kit uses.
I mean, I have 10 available hit dice.
Then you're good. But do keep in mind he can use these mid combat as well. So yeah.
Seeing that the treatment is going quite well, I'm gonna go over and check up on Raijin. At least.
As they've been doing this, Gadir would have been slowly filling in Raijin on what they did, and as Nora would be kind of like coming up, she would have just been finishing at the point of like, so that is what you did, kind of thing. And I do not know whether I am to trust you or ram my knife through your throat. I do not know if you are on our side anymore or whether you are one of them.
Hearing the news, Raijin is now like a little bit more stable on her feet. And as her arm is resting against the wall, it almost seems to distort the air around the wall. Almost as if someone was touching like a digital screen, like something that just wasn't really there. Her eyes are just dead inside, as if her entire world has just shattered from what she's now realized she did, which is the one thing she prayed she would never be able to. Regardless of what I did, I suggest you put whatever you have away. I promise you it won't amount to anything. If I can't even stop myself, what makes you think you can?
As true as that may be, Raijin, you are becoming more of a danger to us than even the cultists. I do not dare to ask what is going on with you. Maybe it was the
Briere? I put my hand on her shoulder. That's enough.
She goes silent. And you can see that her hands are trembling. Like even just the presence, like an ant before a giant. She is looking up at this thing, not wanting it to harm anything else. Whatever like her perception of Raijin was at the beginning of their journey, when she was ejected from the corrupted version of herself, she cannot see that person anymore. But a sort of cocoon, like a shell, a facsimile of what used to be. But on the inside, she knows this person is not really that same Raijin, and she wants to try and still reach out to them. But she's also trying to hold herself against this monster that is wearing the disguise of Raijin. She's going to sort of back off quietly. I do not think it would be wise to bring her with us.
It's... We need to talk about it, at least.
Yeah, Ella, Iria just kneels down next to Val along with Bruler and Ella. Just in a sort of like quiet focus, trying to help.
Yeah.
I quietly shut the door behind me and just look at Raijin. You're slipping. Huh?
I don't even know what happened. Even with everything that told me, I don't remember. All I remember is that I felt like I was asleep. And I just remember I was screaming.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I was screaming at or why. And did I really?
It's fine. Yes, the things I think Greer mentioned to you did indeed happen, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. It's a lot to process for everyone right now.
Figure it
But-
out. What were we supposed to be figuring out? Look,
Wait, just
Greer's
please.
right. Right now, I think I'm a bigger risk to you guys with you than not. I mean, think about it. I am, at this point, a walking flashlight that I can't turn off. She points to her, above her head, into her horror realization. She can no longer hide the halo. And it is no longer dripping, but just this haunting, cold, white light. Like everything that was in it that belonged to her is gone.
Nora, trying to keep her composure, just tries to breathe, slowly, and tries to be as neutral in her tone as possible, and as straight to the facts as she can possibly be. Yes, Raiden, you might be a danger to us right now. You've slipped once. Maybe it will happen again. Maybe it won't. But I think you're just a bigger risk to others if you are not with us. At least for now.
I thought for once that I was doing something right. I thought that if I prevented Ella from making an absolutely horrible decision, that maybe for once I wouldn't look at myself like some monster. I remember what I used to be when you guys first met me. It showed me everything. What am I?
I don't know what you are. I'm sorry. But I know who you are. You're a friend. And you're important to us and this party. Maybe you're dangerous right now, maybe we can figure it out. I don't think this was you. I think whatever that book was, it seems to be gone now. Triggered it. And if you can avoid having a trigger like this, then maybe you'll just remain in control. Right now, we need you.
So what are we just supposed to do? Are we just supposed to, play a horrible game of roulette and just test triggers until we realize I'm not nuclear? Like, what do?
Honestly, I don't know. But I'm seeing a friend of mine having a really rough time and struggling. And right now, only thing I know that I want to do is at least try and help. I don't care what the others say. I think you should stay. And we'll talk about it. How are you feeling right now? Regardless. Are you feeling fine? I understand you're distressed and feeling shitty about what happened, but how are you feeling?
My emotions aside, I don't know. She points to her arm that's visibly even more fractured than before. And there's vapor almost escaping the cracks like an unstable fissure. I feel like this should hurt, that this should be excruciatingly painful, and yet it feels good. Like
Well,
peaceful.
peaceful. In what way, if I might ask?
I don't know. An unnatural calm.
Well,
Like someone laying a wet blanket over you after a fire. The rest of my body is ablaze, and yet this... I don't know. And she gets up, walks closer to Nora, and in an unusual gesture, simply places her forehead against theirs.
Oop, ignore that. I was just setting up the thing for when it inevitably happens. Ignore that. Ignore it. Oh my god. There we go. Everything crashed. I think I need a new hosting site because this has been happening a lot.
And then the entire party fell into an abyss of white and wafted around in the immaterium.
I
That means
cast
I can take
502
quite a
Bad
food.
Gateway.
I'm gonna fucking commit Sudoku.
Whoa.
Ever so casually in like Sonic.exe for the party.
I cast commit Sudoku. Does a 13 hit?
Actually, 13 isn't a viable number in Sudoku.
No.
Nerd.
No.
Out of the numbers
cast
1 through
Slash
9, you picked a
Catastrope.
13.
You know what? As a punishment for your failure, I cast crippling addiction to gacha games.
Aw, damn. That's a
That's
harsh
just-
curse.
There.
That's just casting fucking death.
True.
And poor.
That's the idea. Haha.
I am enjoying food.
Food is good.
It is
I
great.
hate food. Food sucks.
What? But I'm right here.
I love feet.
I mean,
What
cool.
the hell?
Whatever floats your goat, yo. Whatever you get on your
What
feet is going to
the
be part of your
fuck?
beat, because whatever you put up is kind of what's up, yo, diggity.
Bars?
Respectfully, what? Fuck?
I think we all
Oh, so
lost
when
our
Lynn
sanity.
says she's into feet, it's all well and good, but when I
No,
try and
I'm.
drop some bars...
No. I'm still on what Lynn said. What the fuck, Lynn?
Wait, you said I love a food, and then I said, yeah, I also love feet.
You love food? I love foota too.
Oh. Oh, I see. So that's where we're going. Very well. I will go along with this.
Where's your time? I
It
cast
sounds
pipe bomb.
perverse, but there's a chance it can end up with me getting laid. I'm in.
You're so valid for that. That's so real.
Stop facilitating my mental illness, please.
That's like the best. That's like my best quality is my ability to facilitate other people's mental illnesses and be a bad influence on them.
Stole it from us, Precious. Stole it.
Okay.
Feet
So
mentioned.
yeah, back to the depression, shall we?
Yeah, back. Can we go back to depression, please? I feel like that's a lot easier to
This fight
talk
is
about.
taking forever for me to load.
Thank God we can start talking about like accidentally, violently injuring our significant others as opposed to feet.
I mean,
Yeah,
how
we
are
can go back
Val's
to our
feet doing
moment of
currently?
slight tension. Yeah.
Yo, can we do a feet check on Val?
It's probably a medicine check, right? Can I do it?
I'd say
my
that's more of a
God.
sanity check.
Oh my god.
When was the last time they washed?
Oh no. Like the most cursed way that could possibly go.
Anyways, continue, I guess.
Oh, okay. So as Raijin is finishing her statement, she walks towards Nora and in an unusual gesture, very calmly presses her forehead to theirs. You said you want to help me, right?
Nora doesn't really flinch or anything. And just leans back in and just, yeah, I would like to help.
She calmly presses her fractured hand against Nora's face, not in an effort to cause any damage, but simply to share the sensation. I need you to find out what this is, no matter what. Even if you have to kill me in the process. Whatever I am, whatever I inevitably turn into, we must make sure that there's no one else.
I take a deep breath. I look into your eyes. I understand. And I will. I promise you. I'll try my absolute best, and I will not stop trying for as long as I'm able. But first and foremost, we have to go and face the party. And there's something you're not gonna like. You were told Val took a hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. She's fine. She's stable. I made sure of it before I came in. Well, the others made sure of it. I just looked. I didn't really feel like I could do much right then and there, but she looks different. And when you see her, please just stay calm, deep breaths, and at least apologize to everyone, and we'll see what happens. Okay?
Sure.
You're
I'll
a,
do my best.
you're a dear friend to me, Raijin. I'll do anything I can to help you, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be, I guess.
If there's other stuff going on outside, that should probably happen before we walk in. But yeah.
I think most of what was happening was the healing of Lynn here, but
Yeah, that's all
I
I'd be
want to give
doing.
an opportunity. I want to give an opportunity to the others in case they talk about Raijin and shit.
I suppose like over the as Gideon would have rejoined them in the healing process. Seeing as Brula would have probably taken the initiative on actually healing the physical, Gideon would have taken like more of an interesting focus on the elements that had been fused, the magical and the sort of arcane elements that had been induced. So, would I be able to roll something to have more of an insight
Arcana
into?
or religion? Also, Raijin, if you would kindly, holy shit. Raijin, you can look. I believe I've unlocked this for you. If you look at your actors tab in the top left, right hand corner of Foundry, you will be able to see the stat block and abilities of the Celestial Revelation. So have fun with that. Makari, my friend, my buddy pal, creature. What sort of questions do you have for me? I'll give you free reign and I'll answer most of them. Unless it's physically impossible.
I suppose the main thing that I'm trying to figure out here is how is the magic affecting her body? What's the actual like chemistry that's happening here? Is there, I suppose like it's just like anything about the magic and how it's like changed her, how it's emanating, how it's presenting itself, what it may be, what the causality of it may be.
I mean, I can kind of answer that.
The easiest thing to say would be you know that the nature of her magic has changed. You know that she was always a pyrotechnical worker, but it seems that most of the fire in her eyes and that sort of coursed through most of her body is now less there. While there is still flame in there, there is now also a bit of a radiant scarring. Despite Bruler's attempts to sort of like cool off their body, the energy is not dying down, and they are still very, very, how one shall say, energized in that regard. You suspect that with a natural 20, any form of flame magic that they use will have the ability to be substituted for radiant. That's the easiest thing. Beyond that,
So more on the medical side of things, it's like she got damaged and healed 500 times over, like repeatedly. So not really taking damage, but just creating scars for the sake of it, because it just got damaged and healed that many times.
yeah,
And you can probably see that her throat is like deeply bruised.
She's gonna look up at the people around her, to Brula, to Tim, and to Ella, and say, I believe although the mental is likely going to repair, what has happened to the body is likely to never be is never to heal. It is as though her body has gone through a metamorphosis of some kind. Almost as if something of Raijin was left with her. I cannot say for certain. This is beyond any kind of understanding I could do. It is a magic beyond my reckoning. I can only hope her mental is enough to push through the physical of what she has transpired.
Yeah.
Poor thing. She's gonna like run her hand through Val's hair softly.
Well, we'll have to take care of her when she wakes up. It's not easy watching friends go through stuff like this. And Ella kind of glances at the door towards where like Nora is. All we can do is hope that she'll be okay, I guess. At least mentally.
So, or
Val, do not move too quickly. You have had a terrible experience. Please. What is the last thing you remember?
light.
Yes, light, that is good. That was what your last experience. Do you know who I am?
I know you are, Gruyere.
Thank goodness.
That's good.
I'm taking by me being alive that she's still here. At least
She
you guys
is.
aren't dead.
Thanks to you. She is in the other room. But she is. Whereas you have been injured physically, she has been injured mentally.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're at least conscious and alive.
Indeed. If at the very least we can try and find out we are at least not losing any of our friends today. What has transpired is dire. And we will deal with what comes of this in the near future. But until then, try not to move too much. And, I may say, I hope you do not, I hope you are not too attached to your colorful clothing. You're going to want to have a look in a mirror at some point in the near future. He's going to say with a half attempt at trying to make some light humor.
I don't know that I would still be alive if it weren't for you. So, thank you.
You're right, I should be dead.
Well, we are going to be glad you are not. Ella, please stay with her for a moment. I'm going to go to Nora.
Yeah, please do.
As you start moving, the door slowly starts like creaking open.
Nora?
How's it looking? Oh, yeah.
She is awake. And she's going to see Raijin sort of behind you. And sort of, not like pull her knife out, but she's clearly like got her hand on her hip. Not on the knife, but sort of like dubiously staring like a praying mantis that's kind of rearing back a little bit.
Greer? Would you mind taking a step back? At least to the side? The hallway here is a bit thin. It's a bit hard to get past you.
She's gonna move to the side. Obviously, you can kind of see that she's calmed down at this point, but she is not. She's gonna have her eyes like trained on Raijin the entire time.
Raijin is currently in a lucid and okay state. I think we're all very sorry for what happened, and yeah. I'm just gonna step aside and like let Raiden see. Well,
As the crowd dissipates and the line of sight has been opened between Raijin and Val, Raijin can't feel anything but naked, exposed. Not only has everyone seen Raijin for what they have a glimpse at becoming, but the features that Raijin was so ashamed of, she is no longer able to hide. In the brief moments before she opened the door and stepped through, not only is her halo unable to be hidden, but there are clear scars on her shoulder blades. Indication that her wings are no longer just celestial projections, but physical manifestations ready at any point in time. She shudders as she steps towards Val, realizing the weight of her actions.
Val will slowly start to get up and start to slowly turn to Raijin.
He kind of helping you up.
You were right. I've seen the light now. I saw her face. I saw its face.
What?
Everything it touches is going to die.
Val?
Why couldn't I stop you?
And as Val stammers, I'm going to take my fractured arm and place it against their face, hoping that whatever is calming me down can at least return her to some sort of normalcy. And actually, can I roll for this?
Sure. What would you think would be appropriate to roll here?
That is a good question. Let me see. Can I roll for persuasion here?
Sure.
Val will hardly slap your hand away. Don't touch me.
Fair enough.
I'm not strong enough to stop you.
Val, you did, though. At least you're both alive still, and I'm alive thanks to both of you.
That's the point. We shouldn't be. The whole point was to kill her when she went absolutely insane. And now she's still here.
But I think that's exactly their point.
Yeah.
I'm still here. I haven't ascended. I haven't changed. Well, I mean, besides this.
I will look at my own arm and kind of twist it around. What did you do to me?
You mean, what did you do to me? I told you back on the train that playing around with my life force is not something that's a toy. It's dangerous.
What else was I supposed to do? You were gonna kill them all.
You don't know that.
I saw it in your eyes.
You're in shock. You're reeling from everything that happened. You don't know that.
I...
How about this, Raijin? You're still you, right? You're Raijin? Same one that's been with us?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
You went through all the crazy things with us, like on that train, and meeting with Chorus and seeing everything that's gone down. It's still you.
Yeah.
And Val, you're still yourself too. We met you at a time where we were all very not okay, and you helped us a lot. So we'll do our part to try to help you now too.
And I
How-
am sorry for being so rash earlier. And I believe I have to echo the point I made earlier today. We are bound by fate, and we are responsible for each other's actions as much as anything. We are here for you. And we will do what we have to keep all of ourselves safe.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what was supposed to happen or what should have happened. What matters is that we beat whatever those odds were, and we're all still alive. Let's keep doing that. Yeah?
How are you all just taking this so lightly?
Because, Val, we have to. Because no one else is going to pick up this mantle. We were burdened by fate. And come what evil or good, it is our destiny.
Every fate I just saw leads to our demise.
And if that is the case, that will be. But what will be under our control.
Who is going to stop it when it happens again?
And if that is our fate, that is our fate.
I want to mention something though. Or something you said earlier, Greer, and it is true. That Raijin might be way more of a danger to us right now than, well, previously at least. But even if that is true, and regardless if that is true, if it is true, Raijin is probably a bigger danger to everyone else rather than us. I don't think Raijin is a danger right now. I trust Raijin. I care about Raijin. I care about all of you.
I concur.
I
It is not
think-
Raijin I am concerned for. It is whatever is inside of them that is the problem. And Raijin, you are an amazing creature. But we do not know what it is that it lies dormant with inside of you. If it was the codex that caused this, then I am under a much more resolute mind that it will not happen again. But if there is another catalyst that will cause this, at least next time we will be ready for whatever it is that is brought forth.
Speaking of, is that book gone?
She slowly stammers, even in more realization of the effects of today. she she feels as almost her connection to the astral sea is strengthened due to her lapse in sanity. The book is gone, but she can feel something pulsing at the center of her very being, something not even remotely divine. Yeah, it's gone. We won't have to worry about that anytime soon. I promise.
You promise?
I destroyed it. It's gone.
Well, it's good. It's one less problem to worry about. Thank you, by the way.
In that moment, do you know what it even was? We went into that room without even a second thought. And now looking back at it, I don't even know why we were in there.
Yeah, I had some sort of strange compulsion to go pick it up. I think that if you hadn't stopped me, I would have.
I'll be honest, it wasn't me. It was like something else kicked me into overdrive and just threw me in. I think whatever brought me back is this. Hated that book just as much as we might have.
Wait, so that brought you back?
There are elements here that are beyond anyone's reckoning. I do not think we could probably sit here for hours and still be no closer to understanding what it was. What has happened, and we
Yeah.
are still no closer to our goal. We must take stock of what is our current. Val, I would like to believe that you are, albeit maybe needing a rest, able to move on, no?
I feel fine. My hands burning.
Oh, don't bullshit me, Val. You are a strong person, but you are not fine. I was metaphorically speaking, of course. But you are able.
What?
Would you like to have a mirror now? As mentioned earlier,
How bad is it?
you still look like you, but you look a bit different.
I
I can get you a mirror either now or later.
should rip off the band-aid at that point.
Yeah.
Regardless, if you want it now or later, we should also figure out. Oh no, I wanted to do something.
You can do it first if you want to. I just wanted to point out that I specifically bought one.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't know you had one, but I wanted to try and use the paint one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
yeah,
to
if it
like
were my mirror, you'd go for it. It's cooler.
yeah. But also before that, also I can get your a mirror. But we should also figure out what we should do next. Should we go back to base, to the, I guess, blacksmith, a brewer's old lab, or do we press on? We still have a door we haven't opened. But first, while we think about it, I'll get you a mirror. Okay, how do I use the fucking paint thing?
Just say that you're using it and you can only use it a number of times equal to your
Yeah,
negative
twice.
sanity modifier.
I use it twice right now. Do I just use painter supply or use it whatever?
Yeah. Yeah. The more, generally speaking, the higher you roll on your painter supplies check, the more powerful the effect of the image would be. And if you roll, let's say, above a 25, the mirror will do something else other than just be a mirror.
Cool. I'll try and use it then, I guess.
It'll be a mirror on the wall. It'll be like, you
Yeah.
ugly as fuck.
No guidance. Guidance? It's fine. I just roll.
I think Bruler actually does have guidance.
Ooh, give me guidance, ruler.
Let me double check. No, they don't.
That's Arnold Schwarzenegger moment. Ruler, you son of a bitch.
Let's go then. Anyways.
Let's go! That
A
mirror is
free.
about to be the most goated shit in the whole goddamn universe. Holy shit.
Critical spot, friend.
Damn.
So that is a 33. For one, this is a very permanent fixture in reality now. Nothing will make it go away.
Hell, it's just like, oh, don't worry, I have a mirror, and then you fucking conjure the world's greatest mirror.
I think
And
what ends up
it's so good that as it spawns, it's got a fucking spirit. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the most fucked team of them all?
I wonder how the team will react to this, as they haven't really seen me actively use this, including myself.
True.
But yeah, what do I create first, I guess?
you create a mirror, and as you do, you how do I fucking phrase this? This is such a weird thing you've done.
The ultimate mirror.
Or not 20.
Kind
Lost.
of.
13.
What if it's just a mirror that can reflect vampires? A sea invisibility mirror.
You create, that's basically what it is. Like you create this mirror, and as you do,
Mhm.
you will see, looking back as you create this, eyes that don't belong to you staring back. Or they do, but they don't.
Oh, wait a minute. I realized what's happening. Oh.
And I need you to give me a perception check with advantage here.
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna paint the mirror like, yo, I didn't think that would work. And then like I cut off as I see the ice. I'm like, huh?
Wait, you can give it to me. Is it that bad?
Oh god.
Not high enough.
No, come on.
I'm sorry. I'm
No.
sorry. It's not high enough.
I'm so sad. I was so sad. I know.
You'll look into it and you fixate on it, and you like end up doing a double take and look back into it, and it's back to normal. Your gray eyes staring back at you. You're not sure what you saw, but
I guess it felt a bit familiar, considering.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you are looking through it, though, and you did actually see something else.
Mhm.
This was, at one point, a graveyard, a temple, a tomb. And you will see faint wisps of spectral energy. Not strong enough to be ghosts or even poltergeists or even will-o'-the-wisps. Just streaks of light and energy. You believe that you could use this mirror to peer into the ethereal and see invisibility. There might be some other secrets to it, but that would require more analysis. This is the first time you've used this, after all. But as is, it's a useful tool.
The I kind of snap out of it. I'm like, I think I made a I think I made a magic mirror or something. I don't know what's going on.
What are you talking about? Magic does not exist.
Bitch!
I got a double take.
Gestures
never
at
had heard of
myself.
magic.
Gestures at self, gestures at literally all of this horse shit. Even
That
your
was, of
dad
course,
looks at you
for
like,
reference.
what the fuck?
I agree. There's no such thing as
That was
magic.
a le meme. Please do not take that seriously.
Everyone, I want you all to maybe take a look in this mirror.
Oh?
And please, if you see anything out of the ordinary, could you please share it?
This is not funny, Nora.
I know, I'm not trying to be funny. I don't know what I did.
Huh.
I'm
Whoever will
Sorry.
stare at the mirror, give me a perception check.
I guess I will first.
I'm gonna step aside. I guess the mirror is here.
Son of a
Yeah, there we go.
bitch!
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep, that's what we're doing.
Oh my god.
Crazy. Holy
Greer too? What the fuck?
These angelic eyes see all.
dude.
Oh, Val almost had it.
Can I give myself guidance? No, fucking.
You would, yes, you could have, but you had to call it earlier.
Oh my god.
No, it wouldn't make sense in the moment to give myself guidance. I think I was done with gods for the moment, thanks.
We're all really great at perceiving shit.
I just rolled low. Some of us have like +9. Wait, what the fuck? How do you have plus fucking 13?
Wisdom caster.
Yeah, true. I have +8, +8, and plus fucking. Damn, we're all good at perceiving. Anyways,
And expertise from Greer.
Yep.
Greer is their little child, their little cheese eyes. Nothing escapes them.
Look with your special eyes.
Look,
My brand.
I
Love
actually
this
just choked
shirt.
on my pizza, you asshole.
I love this skirt.
We have done so much nothing, but also it's been so meaningful.
Yeah, this has been a great session so far, even though we haven't moved from this room.
So who here rolled above a 20 here? All right, rolling above a 20 will get you some information. Rolling above a 25 will get you more. And then there's Greer over here with a 30.
I have perceived the nth dimension. I have seen a world where.
And then
Elon
Raijin
Musk
also
is
rolled
not
a nat
cunt.
20.
Nat 20.
So that's
Tyler.
also a perfect success here as well.
Dude.
I
I
just want to mention the kid that said, "What magic?" Like magic doesn't exist is the one that's gonna perceive magic.
I'm kind of just like picturing. I'm picturing like do you know that painting of like the guy holding up the mirror orb and like drawing themselves within the orb as they see it? Like I'm picturing that, but all of you guys just staring into this like handheld mirror. So like you see in the foreground, it's like Mai's hand holding up the mirror, but then Raijin and Aeon, you will see sort of flickering image, like blink and you'd miss it. Like it like almost hurts your eyes to look at. Aeon. And I mean, Aeon, describe yourself as you see yourself. This can either be you IRL or your VTuber model, whatever you feel more comfortable sharing. I do know that we are internet personalities.
I love how you're starting to like go all meta on this with fourth wall breaking.
I've
and bringing
always
you-
had meta bullshit in my
It's
games.
always been a thing.
I post my
I
face all the
know,
time. I'm
but
not
still.
worried
It's
about
so
that. But I think
good.
it'd be cooler to do my VTuber model.
It's so peen.
Okay. So do I like do like what Raijin sees, or do I describe it?
What do you think Raijin sees?
Oh,
because
Perfect.
it's like sort of a cross-eyed thing where like through you it's sort of like you have 3D glasses on where like one lens has one color and the other lens has the other, and you're seeing both at the same time.
Hmm,
It's weird.
perfect.
You don't know your name, but you know your face.
Okay. So as Raijin stares into this mirror, it's almost as if she's staring at a multi-layered mirror. Um, as she's actively looking at someone staring at a mirror through their eyes. But everything is almost shrouded. And the only thing that she can really see is a pair of striking pink eyes, almost jutting through the darkness. And she can't, like, make out anything else until said reflection opens their mouth. And there is a maw of teeth. But not that of some eldritch monstrosity. It feels animalistic. Almost like she's staring at a wolf.
It's
And as much as she's oh, go.
no. Continue.
Mm. Um, as much as she's intrigued, there's just an overwhelming feeling that she just can't put her finger on it. Should be fear, but it doesn't make sense. Why does she feel despair?
Ayo, we gave Raijin gender dysphoria.
Let's go.
Um,
The most adjective horrors.
Raijin's pronouns are now confused and aroused.
you stare back into this, and it feels right when you look at this. It feels correct. And I will discuss something with you at a later time. Greer, you stare into the mirror, and for the briefest moment, you will see yourself, but then you can blink and switch back and forth and suddenly see another figure. And now, would you kindly like to describe either? I'll leave it up to you. Do you see yourself as your VTuber model or yourself as you are in real life? You are entitled to your privacy. You're entitled to whichever one you prefer.
I want to say there's nothing. In fact, no, there's not nothing. As she stares into this mirror, there's almost like a resonating humming that's starting to like reverberate from the mirror's surface. And where there would be a reflection, there is but a wispy black shadow, a wispy black fog. A fog that calls to nothing, that answers to nothing, that ends and begins in nothing, that has no end but has no end but no beginning, that is everywhere, that even sort of, from her perspective, is reaching out from the mirror. And this reverberation almost feels like it's pulling her towards it. And before she breaks away from the mirror, she could swear that amidst the blackness there were two blue specks. Before they sort of faded into said shadow. And she pulls back, sort of eyes shrunk, dilated. And as she's sort of getting her senses, her mind starts wandering. And those blue eyes emanating from that the vibrations of the mirror, the ones that were blue, slowly changing to green. And from those eyes, the shadow of the mask physically manifesting itself in her mind before she snaps back to reality and in a cold sweat sort of leans back against the ladder that they descended down into the room with.
It's hard to say exactly what you saw. Formless, shapeless, perhaps yet to be defined. But despite the strangeness of it all, the feeling you got maybe wasn't exactly fear. It's just curiosity at what you will become, what you can become. Ella, you only see it for a moment. Not enough to get any profound revelation about yourself, but just enough to like question if you even what you even saw was real. In this instance where you blink and it's gone, what do you see?
I think that there's kind of a weird moment in her head because in the last little crazy scene we had happen where Nora was trapped in that space and Ella reached in and saved her, we had that little moment of Nora kind of seeing me, Minty, reaching out to grab her. And so there's this kind of feeling for a second that like she can't really see much of anything, but she gets this like feeling in her head, the sensation in her head of like there's something there that's not her, but it is deeply familiar. And she feels as if she's been looked at the same way that she is now looking at the reflection. So it just kind of passes by without leaving like a huge impact, but it's definitely like a whoa. And she kind of like thinks about that time when she reached in and grabbed Nora or Mai. He doesn't
Yeah.
have the names, but
Val, with a
Yeah.
19, I don't think you see a completely new person, but you see something similar to Mai.
Oh, I don't look into the mirror.
You don't look into it at all?
What did you do to this?
Huh?
Nora?
Yeah?
You said you would create this so I could see myself. And then you passed it to everybody except for me. Why?
No. I passed it, and whoever grabbed it, I was gonna give it to you too. It's just Aeon grabbed it first because I
thought
think-
I was under the impression that everyone huddled up and grabbed it, but
Yeah.
that's to me.
I don't know.
Mm,
I thought so too.
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
In that case,
We can go with the way.
I'll just see light. Like, I'll just see light.
But you will see everything that has happened to you. Your eyes look a little bit different, but maybe a trick of the light, maybe not. You blink a few times and you're back to normal.
A single tear will go down which probably is a radiant tear. Now I think about it.
Little bit.
You know.
As you guys. Oh, sorry.
Just out of character. Why was no one wearing a fucking name tag? It should have just said like, my name is Aeon on a name tag. There you go. No. Okay, no, sorry. What were you saying, Boop?
As you guys are all having this conversation, this entire like hour-long fuckery conversation probably happened over the course of like in-game 20 minutes-ish.
Yeah.
And at this point, the resident edgelord slash actual soldier for the Queen in Yellow will look to all of you and say, "So, what's the plan now? Are we going to keep going, or what?"
We probably should. It would not be wise to lose the momentum we had gained by getting here to begin with.
I don't know how much I can mean for this group anymore. I don't know if I can cast anything.
Val, we are not asking you to cast anything. If you wish to remain here by the entrance, that would be entirely understandable. And Raijin, same to you. Those of us who are able and wish to continue can. We have an objective we still need to achieve.
Yeah.
Is there ever an agreement?
I don't think it hurts to take a look, but if we see something I don't think we can deal with, I think we should head out.
I agree
Agreed.
completely.
I'm coming, no matter what.
You're doing what?
Yeah,
It's not what you said, it's how you said it.
I'm coming, no matter what.
Yeah.
Someone
Ion, you wanna-
does someone have the cyberpunk music?
Oh my god.
Why do you come?
Why have you come?
I walk up to Raijin like she's Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Yo, Boop.
I'm coming.
Can I stash the mirror in my bag so I can study it again later?
Yes, you may.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I agree. We should not miss the opportunity. That said, I don't know that I want to make Val go any further. And do you want me to stay with you?
I will attempt to produce flame in my hand to see if anything happens.
As you cast your produce flame, I think it's functionally the same with one notable difference. You create a much brighter flame.
Imagine it being like a radiant fire.
It is now 20 by 20 foot brightness and 20 foot dim. 20 foot dim, 20 foot bright.
Damn.
I should be fine, even though it does burn a bit.
If you're sure, it really is okay for you to not go further if you need to just rest for now.
I won't lie, I think anything worse happening to me at this moment is death.
Sure. I kind of understand that, actually. Alright, then that's our plan. Let's finish checking this place out. And, not lose the opportunity, I suppose.
Agreed.
I'm gonna use the mage hands again to like disable the trap that we didn't disable yet here. Like we did last time, the like magic rune.
Mm-hmm. Give me a sleight of hand check.
I won't cast the mage hands. Probably unnecessary. Yeah. Oof.
All right, so dibs on being the next person to be horribly maimed and disfigured. Dude, what if like Gare's original concept was just like a future concept that was in the past, and then by going in here, she becomes that monster again? But
You
now
already
it
had
would
your
be-
Eldritch arc. It's my time to play the Eldritch team. And then
But
they go,
Mom said
"Okay."
it's my turn to be the Eldritch
I
monstrosity.
haven't been an eldritch monster yet. What about me?
Well,
You
you
draw
had the
Eldritch
sanity break.
monstrosities.
No, I haven't had my sanity break. What do you mean?
I think the duality of like likely the most sane person looking like a monster and everybody else looks relatively normal and has shit going on.
I am one sanity away from sanity break, Minty.
Yeah.
One.
All of you are, none of you are into positives anymore. None of you.
Like, I could just say the name of the Lord and Savior himself and bring him here to us to end the campaign.
Hey, that would be a funny way to end the campaign. Anyways, the door is unlocked.
I turned to the party and like,
Before we go in, I'm curious. What did you guys even see in the mirror?
Hmm?
If you saw
Oh.
it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Just hearing the hearing the echo of Moist Crit going, "That's what I'm talking about, baby."
I mean, it was just myself. I got kind of a weird feeling from it. Like I was looking at, like, I don't know how to describe this other than saying it looked like I was looking at my reflection the way that you look at me, Nora, or like you have in the past.
I felt something that it felt like it was looking for me, but it was not the mask of what I was produced from. I daren't even describe it. It was like a living shadow, staring from the mirror. Nora, whatever you created, I do not want to see it again.
I'm not sure if Nora actually understands what the Ella meant by that comment.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I don't think Ella understands it either.
Yeah. Like I could roll for it technically, but I'm just like, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we are past the quiet, mysterious intrigue, and we are now going through the dungeon again.
Dungeon.
So I will change the music to dungeon music. You guys will open the door, and as you do, you will see a hall there. There's some like water on the ground, as if there's moisture seeping through and dripping from above. And there are 4 coffins alongside the door of this very short hallway. And at the end of it, there is another door that seems to go deeper and further down into the crypt.
I'm gonna try something silly. I'm gonna take the mirror and look into it to look through, like down the hallway.
Yo, silly stuff. We love silly stuff. Ones in chat, if you
You-
love silly stuff.
I saw wisps or like whatever spirit things earlier, so I'm wondering if I could see other things.
As you open the door, as you like open the door and peer through, you will see sort of as you look through the mirror, flooding out of the hall.
Yeah.
There are suddenly motes of starlight, except they aren't exactly welcoming. They have a sort of darker aura to them, and it looks more like motes of deep, sort of like heavy air. They are oppressive and everywhere, and You look through, and it all seems to be sort of leaking out from the door right here. If it would let me fucking click and hold. But it's hard to say for now what exactly it is. You will also see different stains on the ground and floor. At first, one would think that those stains, they are blood. They carry with them a deep red, crimson color. But as you look at it, no, blood doesn't dry that way. That's definitely not blood. Blood dries black, a brown color. This still has that radiant red crimson associated with it, and this is long since dried. This is paint. Ethereal, invisible paint.
I start feeling weirdly sick. Something about it feels strong.
You
Is
will
that
see that.
something that...
Hmm?
Sorry, is that something we all see, or is that just in the mirror?
I think that's just through the mirror. You will see
Okay.
that the paint seems to be focused primarily and almost leaking out of the coffins.
Right. Realizing that, can I look back onto like this coffin for the mirror? To see if it does the same?
Yeah. You do, and you will see it again. Except these are more closely... They do look like they have that same sort of crimson color on them. But they look less like paint in this regard, but more like... They do look less like paint and more bloodied. But again, if it was blood, it would be easy enough to clean, prestidigitation, and there would be no way that it would be seen through the ethereal. There's something mixed in this, and it seems to be more potent in this hallway than in the room you're currently in. You have, however, not opened any of the coffins, so you don't know for sure.
What do you see, Nora?
You said you didn't want to look for the mirror again, but I see. Sorry, I feel a bit sick. I like move like my collar like away from my neck. It's like
Garea's gonna sort of walk up next to you and put a hand on your wrist and sort of smile warmly. Do not overstress yourself. I can see you are in pain from this. Ella, would you care to take a look through the mirror?
Oh, sure. And I will do that. Should I make like a perception check?
You've made the perception check today. I don't think you'll be able to do anything now. At
Okay.
least not until you take a rest. But
Sure.
for the time being, you look through, and now that you're not like huddled up in a group and staring at each other, you're looking around and see what looks like blood in this
Sure.
room all over the coffins. And as you like look around and see the other room, the hallway ahead of you, a bright crimson color. And that is too bright, too vibrant, too it's too colorful
Yeah.
to be blood.
Okay.
And either way, whatever this is, blood does not leave. Like, if it was normal blood, it would show up in the material, but it's clearly not.
Hmm. So yeah, I would kind of take a look without the mirror and then like look in the mirror and kind of do that like once or twice to kind of get an idea of that. I guess I'll
We'll
put myself
take-
over here.
It is hard to understand exactly what we are. What's. Oh, sorry. Continue. I was about to monologue.
Oh, it's all right. So there's definitely some strange liquid or something that's not visible normally. Or at least we can only see it in that mirror, yeah?
This is most annoying. Without knowing exactly what the mirror is supposed to do, it is hard to understand what we are looking. It is supposed to be representing.
I think it's paint.
Paint from the coffins.
Of some sort. I think it's similar to the one we had in the train.
Do you know, after we are done with all of this and I get a time to rest for myself, I do not want to see another painting in my life.
Wow, thank
Apart
you.
from
The
yours,
lost
Nora, of
customer.
course.
Okay, thank you. There we go.
Did we open a coffin?
Ah, yes, the cursed portrait. Preventation of the NFTs.
You can if you want.
Here, maybe we shouldn't, physically do that, and Ella's gonna cast Mage Hand. And, hello, there we go. Maybe we can, touch it not ourselves first.
That's not a
Avoid-
hero's idea to me.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have the Mage Hand kind of like hover over to a coffin and try to like touch and like push at it just a little. I know it's not very strong. So
I don't think it's strong enough to lift it, because Mage Hand can only
What if-
lift 10 pounds, right?
yeah.
What if you have two mage hands? My mage hand is still around after having unlocked the
Sure,
double
then
door.
yeah. Between the both of you, you will lift up this lid,
Cool.
and you will make out a strange figure with purpled skin, sort of, and cuts all across its body that were intentionally not allowed to heal.
Hmm.
Oh, goodness gracious. That is not up to code.
Are they putting paint into people?
Can I do a medical check to actually see if the like with my medical knowledge to see if the blood was coming from or going into the body?
That does not look like a human, does it?
Sure. You would need to be
definitely
closer to
not.
do that, though. You have to actually enter the room and like get within 5 feet of it to actually do a medical examination.
Ah,
If we're gonna,
we are probably going to go in now.
yeah. Let me just walk ahead of you a little bit, just in case. Gonna kind of like step over to it.
This is now that she gets like a close look. What is wrong with this creature? I have never seen anything like it before. Its face is splayed and it looks like has an octopus for a mouth.
You will see a man thing in dark robes, clawed hand, and octopus face staring back at you. And
So, Gidea's going to be doing her medical check. She's going to like put on her gloves and just kind of like using like a stick she finds on the floor to kind of like keep her even though she's not physically touching it, she's still wearing the gloves. She's still doing proper PPE, and she's going to like use the stick to kind of prod at it to do her medical inspection.
cool.
That does not look like any human I've seen before.
Are we letting this happen? Are we letting the child poke the dead body that has pain
I am a
coming from it?
doctor.
I mean,
Yeah, that's nice. You're also
I'm-
underage, so like, fuck you. Like, what do you want?
Listen here, you little shit. I have patched all of you together more than you can imagine. It's like a mother like scowling her children. I have seen you all naked before. Goodness gracious. It is only medicine.
As you poke and prod at it,
Oh, here we go.
where do you go to touch it? This is
specifically,
important.
This is going to be like very surface level. She's going to be kind of lifting up the tendril to get a look at the prehensile nature of it. She's sort of like especially the head, considering how like exotic it is for a sort of like humanistic sort of body. Is it actually wearing all this armor?
It is.
So she doesn't want to get too nitty gritty. She doesn't want to get too deep into this. Like, she's interested and wants to find out, but she's not gonna like start stripping this thing off. So specifically, she's looking at the stuff that's exposed and easily accessible. So like, the
You're
mouth,
like
the
poking
eyes.
its mouth, its eyes, its head, and as you like your like little stick grazes the tentacles on its chin, it will start to wrap around it.
Oh goodness gracious!
Oh boy.
And she's gonna instantly drop it and say, hey, close it now. These are not dead.
Yeah.
Can I get a roll for initiative?
I should have asked probably, but are the coffins like made of wood or like stone?
Made of wood, wooden coffin.
Gidea's gonna look around. I'm starting to get a mild concerning thought probing through my mind. What if this is not a resting place, but a storage place? What if the cult are simply trying to raise an army of these creatures? I believe there's more going on here than what meets the eye.
Wooden coffins, you say?
Yes.
Wooden coffins, you say? Oh, there's a candle right next to it, you say? I'll look at Raijin.
You can feel free to move through.
Perfect.
Perfect.
As you see that, Tim will say, we should kill these things.
As soon as he says that, boom, the candle fire goes to the coffin.
All right.
So, how many coffins are we dealing with in this room?
4.
I'm gonna look at the rest of the party and I'm going to say, hey, I don't know about you guys, but I think you may want to step out.
Raijin, before you do
As-
anything rash, can you please tell us what you are doing first?
Well, I don't know how to describe this other than whatever extrasensory direction was given to me to prevent Ella from interacting with said Necronomicon is also telling me that there's something in this room that needs to die.
I would beg to agree with you. The logic here is that these are obviously... I believe that this is a reticle for creatures being made by the cult. And I agree with you, if we can kill these things now, it would be one less pain in our neck. So what are you doing, Raijin? Are you going to kill these? Because if you say that, I will back off. I just want to know what it is you're doing.
Well, I'm staring at the wooden coffins and going, wow, these seem really flammable.
Oh, right, sorry. Yes, let us all back out for a moment.
Thanks.
I want you to know that as Raijin turns around and says that, I already have fire hovering above this fucking coven.
Quick thing. Can we check group chat? Thank you.
Yeah.
Is it? Yes. Okay. We can. I'll just run this in real quick. And then we can. Does everyone step out?
Yeah.
No, I do not step out.
You're not stepping out?
No.
Okay, then I would stop. and be
Children
like,
are
"Hey,
flammable, yo.
Val, probably shouldn't. Given what just happened.
I
Can I
can
kinda,
handle heat. It's my specialty.
I'm going to look back at Val going, are you going to just stand there or what?
The last time I let you out of my sight, it didn't go that well.
Well, fine. The least you can do is help.
I will.
I guess I'm gonna step out, but I really do think you should come out with us. And Ella will take a step out.
All right, so how do we want to split this up, Val?
I will probably light these two on fire.
Okay, I'll do these two. I'll let you go first since you're closer to the entrance.
On fire they go.
You light up the flame first, and as you do, you will suddenly hear the room itself doesn't combust and suddenly combust or anything. There are fumes, but not enough to cause a massive explosion like that. You will just see. Let me find the tile here. You will just see suddenly and the coffin lights into flame, threatening to choke out the hall, but just barely allowing a corridor for passage. Thankfully, this place is made of stone. And you'll hear a wretched screaming coming from within.
Roll initiative.
All throughout the coffins. Do you stay? You'll hear them bang, doom, 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 to try and get out, but they do not have the strength to open it themselves.
No, I will stay.
All right, let's party. All right, well, in true angelic fashion, I'm going to close my eyes and focus. And I'm going to try and find whatever spark set me ablaze back there at the Necronomicon. And I'm going to roll a d20 here. And I put whatever happens in your hands. Because I'm going to rage.
So you're... Okay.
And I'm going to do desert to set the rest of the room ablaze. But I'm going to roll d20 for the amplification of this fire, and I'm going to leave that in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
What class is Raijin again?
Oh my
Did you
god!
Jesus!
No
Nat
fucking
20 class,
way,
apparently.
dude! There's been so many this session!
You look at these things and they burn. Again, that same wretched screaming. Echoes from the coffins. And even while they burn, as these four fall apart, you will begin to hear another scream coming, echoing down from beyond the hall into the lower levels. And that is where we are going to end this session for today. On a nat 20, there are no
Woo!
adverse effects. It just works.
Let's go.
What class is Raijin again? I keep forgetting.
Barbarian, right?
Barbarian?
Barbarian, fucking
Barbarian monk.
Yeah, monk barbarian Azamar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Storm Soul Barbarian.
Ah, okay. That
Storm
shit's
Herald.
OP. Like, I swear Raijin's been like 90% of our DPS this entire campaign.
By the way, if Raijin's flames would have hit me, I have control flames. I would literally just create a bubble around me.
I think
Supersonic
LS
style
has done
bubble.
the most damage. in
Yeah,
our
I've done a
campaign.
lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's been Ella in first place, and I've been trying my best to keep up.
Yeah.
Having a lot of critical hits in Smite kind of does a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like
All
I've
right,
actually
but
done
that
quite a lot
is
of
the
damage.
session. Thank you guys very much for watching. It's a bit of a shorter session just because we had to start a little bit late, but hopefully next week we'll be able to start on time.
Yeah.
Thank you guys very much for watching, and be safe. Goodbye. I'm gonna quickly find someone to raid out to.
Hooray!
Bye-bye, stream.
How do you guys like burning people covered in oil paint?
Oh shit! That makes so much
Oilers in
sense.
chat?
Okay, I love that.
Was I kind of right on the mark with saying that these things are this is like a place where they're making soldiers kind of thing?
Probably.
Um,
You
yeah.
think that it's
Yeah.
yeah, if you guys need to head out, feel free to. I'm just gonna look for a person to raid out to.
Yeah.
Hi.
Looking at
Cap
you,
stuff, Mai.
Matcha, my, But
Thank you
yeah,
for
I-
starting late for my sake today. I'm sorry I had to
you're
be late.
totally
you're
good.
fine.
You're totally fine.
Thank you for the
Sorry,
session.
well, we
I'm
can't
very
all
tired,
comfort you.
so-
Fuck you, actually.
Thank you. I prefer Minty's response actually over everyone
Gotta keep you
else's.
grounded.
You know,
Yeah.
you are a whore. You get back here right now and start the campaign. Boop, go live again.
Go
That's
live
crazy.
again!
I'm sorry, Mai, but that sounds like a player death.
No.
Sorry. Okay.
Damn, there are.
See my.
I'm gonna go
Bye-bye,
cuddle 3 dogs
Mike.
and
Let's go!
coffee.
Damn, they're winning.
I'm trying to
Holy
see
shit.
if I can't find another VTuber running D&D. And I think I
just
found
say-
one.
Ooh.
Earlier, Gruyere said, "Oh, Val is like completely fine mentally." Half my sanity was shattered, by the way.
Yeah. It's kind of what happened
Comparatively.
to-
Comparatively. Like, comparatively to a fucking insane asylum narcoleptic, yeah, you're fine.
It's the same way that like Nora lost all her fucking sanity, but is like still herself.
Here's the thing. I feel like if your sanity
Here's
was
the
half shattered, right, you'd act more insane than most insane people at that very point in time.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
I
I
have no
definitely
idea
agree.
who this person is, but they look like they're playing with a bunch of VTubers, and that's the bar.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah, socializing. Imagine who'd do that. Fucking weirdos.
We're
Looks
going to
directly
rate
into
them.
the camera.
Tell them that they're poggers. Tell them that they're cool. Give them lots of love, and don't be cringe.
What?
That's it.
Impossible.
That's the only skill I have is the ability
Yes.
to cringe.
How do you think we brand ourselves? That shit's like half of our selling point. Or
At least like
more.
75%, yeah.
Okay. Be safe. Goodbye. Boop. They seem to be running their session 0, so that's fun.
That's cool.
Ooh.
But that is that for now.